Aloha! This is Lesson 1 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, means anything. Nothing I see means anything. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This pen does not mean anything. Then look farther away from your immediate area and apply the idea to a wider range. That door does not mean anything. That body does not mean anything. That lamp does not mean anything. That sign does not mean anything. That shadow does not mean anything. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any order, and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they are applied. That is the purpose of the exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you practice the idea for the day, use it totally indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, for these exercises should not become ritualistic. Only be sure that nothing you see is specifically excluded. One thing is like another as far as the application of the idea is concerned. Each of these first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice a day each, preferably morning and evening. Nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. That concludes the reading. One of the ideas in this lesson, the last one struck me just now, a comfortable sense of leisure is essential. This is something that's being learned through these lessons, is this comfortable sense of leisure. Nothing's hurried. Nothing's rushed. Nothing means anything. No thing means anything. The meaning is who you are, which is the same as who God is. That's what gives meaning to anything. So the things on their own, they're things in the world, they don't mean anything. And this is what we're being trained toward. Basically, this is mind training toward a total awareness that none of these things mean anything. And in that, a sense of leisure is just expressed. In my own experience, it's like I can feel the sense of leisure in my body sense. And I allow myself to be in that place. And that sense of leisure is from not making things in the world meaningful and as if they could have any effects on me. It also mentioned that these exercises should not become ritualistic. So you don't want to engender a sense like you have to apply it to everything all day long, otherwise you're not doing it right. No sense of shame or anything like that. And I feel like that's a big reason why the first few lessons, the practice is limited to no more than a minute, unless you feel hurried, because there's that sense of leisure once again, right? No more than a minute just in the morning and in the evening, so that you also learn through this that your mind doesn't need to be ritualistic. That's actually it becomes an idol in itself and a stumbling block for people. So Tony, do you have any questions?
It seems like the best way to put it is, just like you said, it has no meaning besides the spirit that created everything.
Yes. That's what we're coming to see here, that there's no meaning, and therefore there's no threat, and therefore we can be relaxed. Nothing I see means anything. This is definitely one of the lessons that comes back to me whenever I notice a trigger, I perceive something seems to be out of order. Maybe I perceive some aging on my body. I'll just apply that. I'll go, nothing I see means anything, and have it like, then I'm not making things real. Like, the aging I see comes from my mind. It doesn't come from outside. It doesn't come from years. There's no years. So it's training your mind on everything. You could look at your financial situation. You could look at your relationship situation. Nothing you see means anything. So once you stop being affected, or you're not really being affected, you're pretending to be affected. When you stop pretending to be affected by the world and you reclaim your power, you're calm and centered and in a sense of leisure. Right. Doesn't really matter what's going on in the apparent world. Things can be all chaotic, but you can feel, so sense of leisure that you can feel because you're not giving meaning to the world. So, hooray, everyone. Enjoy this lesson. And if you would like more information, go to hopejohnson.org. Yay. See you tomorrow.